All right. So as we know, as it's been known, conservatives are all demons who wear human flesh. Now, as we all know, demons, rather than consuming food and drink as we do, they feast on human suffering. So, we have in line with that. Oh, that closes the page. Okay, in line with that particular, avenue of consumptive interest, we have Missouri anti-abortion bill, which seeks to stop the crossing of state lines, ending ectopic pregnancies. Now, what does that mean, you might wonder? Uh, New anti-abortion proposals in the Missouri House would allow lawsuits against those who help residents cross state lines for the procedure, as well as criminalize aborting non-viable pregnancies. So this is fundamentally non-constitutional. Unconstitutional. I'm pretty sure it's been borne out in plenty of case law from the Supreme Court that it is not constitutional to prohibit people from traveling to another state to do a thing which is legal in that state. So, we have that. But keep in mind, a ton of the anti-LGBT legislation that we're seeing coming out right now isn't about passing or like sustaining itself or about, being accepted by the law. It's about intimidation. They want you to kill yourselves, to leave the country, to stay in the closet. A lot of it is just, seeing what they can get away with. That's not anti-LGBT legislation. Women are LGBT, LGBT. Oh god. Look, focus on what matters, okay? Yeah, L is for ladies, okay? Thank you. House Bill 2810, proposed by Republican Representative Brian Seitz of Branson, would make performing an abortion before 10 weeks of pregnancy a Class A felony in Missouri, punishable by anywhere from 10 years to life in prison. Life in prison, performing an abortion before 10 weeks of pregnancy. That would also apply to ectopic pregnancies, which occur when the egg is implanted outside the uterus. They are not viable pregnancies and can be life-threatening to the mother. So ectopic pregnancies kill you. When the baby grow outside of the uterus, this is the kill pregnancy. So they're essentially saying, die painfully or spend life in jail. Ontologically evil. Yeah, where's that meme? We need that. We need to have this replace my my camera sometimes, Ah, great, the iFunny watermark. That's how you know a meme is really bopping. Let me see, can I zoom in far enough? For Republican lawmakers, there really is nothing you could do. It's very much very much a limitless avenue of permissible behavior. Really, though, I mean, think about this legislation. Ectopic pregnancies are medical emergencies. They will kill you. They are death sentences. An ectopic pregnancy will not produce a child because it will kill the mother. There is no scenario in which an ectopic pregnancy can be safely allowed to continue. This is a death sentence. It says, 2 corpses will be produced here. Yeah, it's you will die or you will spend life in prison. Vaush and becoming blackpilled about conservative voters too. Lamau, is that fucked up of me? No, go for it. Listen, in a non-essentialist way, as long as people continue to vote for this, they're responsible for it. I'm sorry, Liberals want you to believe that people should bear no responsibility for the political movements they support, okay? But when do we listen to liberals, huh? Like I've said before, the Republican Party is one of the most evil organizations on the planet. In terms of their capacity to do harm, they leave ISIS in the dust. It's not even close, frankly. The only way the world can survive is through the elimination of the Republican Party as a political institution. I would rather have a single party dictatorship by Democrats than continue to allow Republicans an avenue for power. It really is down to the wire of if Republicans are in power, they will, like, it really is how do you put it? Like death cultists at this point. Where if they come into power, like it's just they will just kill people. They will just bring about death and suffering for fun. You know, one of my greatest criticisms of Democrats is not the fact that even that they are liberals, but the fact that they do not wield their power sufficiently to cripple Republicans, as they must. We have a moral obligation to prevent Republicans from having any power anywhere in the world. Conservatives broadly, but Republicans too. Anyhow. Neither bill has been heard. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Republican-led proposals are the latest angles from lawmakers in the Show Me state aiming to curtail abortion. And by the way, if you ever wanted more proof that abortion bills are not about protecting babies, but are actually about punishing women, then here you go, okay? In an ideal Republican world, sex is a crime for which women must be punished with death or a child. Can you briefly refresh me on what your ideal policy regarding abortions would be? There should be no policy. Abortion should be legal. Simple as that. You can't really draw a strong moral distinction at any point during the development of a fetus. You can draw arbitrary legal ones like second term, second trimester, whatever. But if you want to like really get into the ethics of the business, it really does seem like abortion laws just create more misery and suffering unjustifiably. How about no abortion when the fetus is viable? You mean if they can just like produce a birth right then and like the baby would be fine? Yeah, even that I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I guess that would be like a better thing to do maybe. But yeah, no. The idea of like all of the ethical arguments that you can make to justify abortion continue to function even when the fetus is viable and a forced birth can be conducted. But it's like, I don't know, it's nice if you want to do that, I guess. What about being able to abort Republicans post-birth? God willing. Like, this is legitimately depressing. How do we stay positive for the future with this going on? Buy guns. Only saying that because SDL is in chat. If you want to secure, a safe future for you and the people you care about, okay, then when the end times finally come, what will they find you? What will you be? A limp-wristed liberal living in a $3,000 per minute New York City apartment, sharing it with 18 other roommates who, between all of you, have fired maybe a pop gun once or twice? Or will they find you psychotically snorting cocaine off of the 18th ammunition box you have stored in your basement as you meticulously clean your armory? Okay, it will be the latter. All right. When the end times come, folks, let every single house they take from a progressive be a murderous bloodbath on both ends. All right? That's what we need. All right. Should we legalize sentry guns? Listen, okay? Landmine nukes. All right? We form a large commune out in the woods of Nebraska, okay? And we buy these, the atomic detonation munitions, the nuclear landmines, okay? We will keep our people safe, all right? Trans rights means defending trans people. Arm trans people to defend trans rights. And if you're worried about mental health stuff, okay, burying nuclear landmines in the woods, and then, like, going back to your place, you can't really, like, impulse kill yourself. Shot uncle of Operation Buster Jangle, what a name, had a yield of 1.2 kilotons and was detonated 5.2 meters beneath ground level. The yield is approximately the same as the maximum yield of a W-54 equipped SATM. The explosion resulted in a cloud that rose to nearly 12,000 feet and deposited fallout to the north and northeast. The resulting crater was 260 feet wide and 53 feet deep. 260 feet wide, 53 feet deep. That's what I'm talking about, boys, okay? Just load up the forest with a couple of those, And on the plus side, if any of them go off after you wait a few decades for the radiation to somewhat depreciate, you have a cool you get you get like a big lake. you get a lake. So that's good. Civilian uses? Yeah, look. See? They know what I'm talking about. Nebraska has like 0 woodland and is flat. Okay, I don't know. Uh Idaho then. North Dakota. Sure, whatever. Wyoming. Hush.